Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He finds his tight end, Gentry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Trent Taylor. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
11 empty tape. 11 empty tape. Stop.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Burrow going for it on 4th. This is caught. It's Boyd. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Steelers at 1-8 now on the year. They come in on a 1-game winning streak. CD, if you can call it that. But remember, that was on the heels of an 8-game losing streak. So trying to keep it positive here.
I'm going to take your advice. I think that's a good idea. Let's keep it positive. But let's face it, it's almost like in the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. They're hoping to make this an extended run now, not close after one performance.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here we go.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Now Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. A good pickup there at 22.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Trubisky will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Gun.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
12.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On second and goal, Burrow.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now Trubisky to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 4th down. Here's Trubisky.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers' first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. On the give, this is Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Stop!
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. Harris has it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On one, ready?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the pressure legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Mixing up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Cincinnati, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents